Hey guys, this is Charlene from Boop Baby, and today I wanted to give you guys some quick and easy kind of rules of thumb for washing cloth diapers. I've set out all the different things that I use at some time or another as part of my cloth diaper washing routine, as you'll see by this lovely Costco-sized box of Tide. That's what we use mainly. So we will start with talking about detergent. It was previously long time ago, way back when I had my oldest, that it was use a certain handful of cloth diaper safe detergents. That was it. I bought a bag of what was called Rocking Green detergent, and that was what I was required, or in my mind, that's what I thought I was required to use. So that's what I used, and we ran into some problems pretty quickly. I switched to some other different types and kind of had the same luck. And a friend of mine sent me a message that said, I've been washing cloth diapers for like 10 years now. So mind you now, she's a 17-year-old. So long time. She goes, I use Tide and it works great. Just give it a shot. And so I did. I switched and it was awesome. I should have probably used more detergent back then, but it was kind of thought that detergent would build up and gradually make diapers not absorb. And so I think I actually only used a couple tablespoons of detergent back then, but you live and learn, and now I use a lot more. So we will start with detergents. There are lots of detergents that will work great for cloth diapers. I do consider Tide kind of to be the best. I live somewhere up in the mountains where, General Mountains, Boop Baby's in Utah. Our water's really hard, and some people that live a little bit east and west of me, it's even more hard. They have water softeners, and it's still like chewing rocks. So we need to use the best of the best. An alternative to this would be Persil. If your kiddos are really sensitive, then you can use one that's called Planet. It has enzymes, so that's also a good one to use. I have this for washing my baby wearing wraps, so 7th generation. Try to use their highest end if that's the kind you need, if you need a natural detergent, so that's a good place to start. But I use Tide when I'm putting Tide in my load, and mind you, I don't use it out of this big box, so I actually have some already up here. If I'm using my Tide, their container now is super duper big in terms of the container it uses, but you definitely don't want to skip because washing cloth diapers, they're super dirty, guys. So I use to line 4 for my about 20 diapers that I wash. That goes in my main wash. I do put stuff in my pre-wash, so I know a lot of manufacturers say don't use additives, and by all means follow the warranty and all the requirements on your diapers. I'm just letting you guys know what I personally do. Once my kiddos start solids, I do like to add something to my pre-wash. This is called Biz. I know that is awful and flipped on your camera, so I'm really sorry about that. But it says proven to be OxyClean, but the reason I love it is because it does have enzymes in it, and so I find that when I'm putting it in my pre-wash, it helps kind of get it cleaner. The container on it, I kid you not, is huge and way overkill. So I have actually taken my OxyClean scoop from forever ago. So this is just a couple tablespoons, and I do that about twice for my load. If I was using my Tide scoop, I could use line 1, fill it up with my Biz, put it in my pre-wash slot. If I had a top loader, I would just put my pre-wash stuff straight in the drum. So that's easy peasy there. This is just my Tide, so that's what's going on there. If I was washing wool, that would be a totally different thing. So I use Ecover for washing my wool. I use their Delicate Wash, but there's also Soak and Unicorn Wash, and also great things for washing wool. So that's a totally different thing, so don't worry about that. Yes, I see the comments. I'm definitely Team Tide. That's been my go-to. I should have mentioned some others. People use Arm & Hammer, Kirtland. I don't recommend using the big bucket of industrial Kirtland. I used it for even clothes, and I thought it just scoured them kind of too much. It didn't clean them as much as I felt like it exfoliated my clothing. So I recommend against that one as far as detergent goes. This is my stash of water softeners. And no, I do not use all of these at once. I just happen to have them over time so I can take pictures of them actually for the Boop Baby vlog. So check out the post later at boopandbump.com. So I'll break down this information. Super hard water, Calgon. Calgon is great for if you are washing with a liquid detergent. So if I was using 7th generation, I would use liquid Calgon. I have washing soda or White King powdered water softener, and that is what I use in my main wash. On those, I'd love to tell you that I had a specific amount that I use, but really I'm just a pourer. If I think it looks good, it looks good. I imagine I use about a quarter cup. I know some people will use more, some people will use less. I don't put any water softener in my pre-wash, and the reason for that is water softeners do not break down very well in cold water, so they end up just being kind of abrasive on things. You'll notice I also don't have borax. From what I've read over the years and different people, I feel like borax is just a little bit too harsh for the diapers and the elastics. There will be different schools of thought, but I just don't personally think that it's something that I want to use on my diapers. I used it for a little bit and I just didn't feel like what I should do. So don't worry about it if that's what you do, but whenever you use borax, just make sure do not use it in cold water. It just does not break down and it will shorten the life of your diapers. What other good stuff do I have over here? Okay. I have, and the reason I have two different kinds of this is because I use some on my towels, some on my cloth, and anyhow. These are my fabric softeners. These are totally 100% not necessary, but I love having super soft cloth diapers, so that's where these come in. I have Mrs. Meyer's, 7th generation. Ecover makes a great cloth diaper fabric safe softener, or cloth diaper safe fabric softener. These are amazing on towels. The problem with using Downy is that Downy is made of petroleum. Petroleum repels liquid, therefore your diapers will repel liquid, so don't use Downy, Snuggle, anything like that on your cloth diapers. But these are actually safe, and over time I have used plant-based fabric softeners on my cloth, even on my stay dry fabrics that I've never had repelling. I don't use them every wash just because they kind of get a little pricey, but they are so darn soft. I think I have children trying to find me, so if you hear someone knocking behind me, that's what that is. The last but not least, if your diapers are super duper dirty, I'll be in 1 minute. Thanks, dude. Okay. I have concentrated traditional bleach. This is the one that says kills cold and flu. I'm just touching it randomly. Don't think you really know the read on there. And Gravia Mighty Bubbles. Gravia Mighty Bubbles are awesome for what I call a mineral strip. Diapers over time, even using water softeners, will get kind of just a little bit of funk sometimes of mineral buildup. So you can do a mineral bubbles. You can use a Mighty Bubbles for a soak. I like using the directions on them. They actually recommend just 3 washes back to back on clean diapers, and I tried it and it works awesome. But you can use different directions and soak them in a bathtub or in a top loader with Mighty Bubbles. I feel like each packet is good for about 15 to 20 diapers, so depending on how many you wash at a time, adjust accordingly. The bleach that I mentioned, really only if your kiddo has a yeast infection, some sort of thing where you have been told that you need to kill whatever it is out of the diapers. So I don't think it's something you need to be using all the time, but it is recommended even by some manufacturers to do a little bit in your wash every 6 weeks. So that is an option. I've heard Kim Gravia say that she uses a splash of bleach every 6 weeks. That's what Cotton Babies recommends, the quarter cup. So, I mean, there is a place where you can use bleach. Just don't be thinking that you need to rely on long bleach soaks all the time, because that'll break down your diapers fast. If you're buying diapers used, obviously they're out of warranty, and so you'll want to sanitize any diapers you purchase used. So buy the one that kills cold and flu. Use the proper amounts for sanitizing. It's 2 tablespoons to 1 gallon of water. I might be making that up. It says how much for laundry use, but I'm pretty sure it's half a cup of bleach with water and top loading 16 gallons. So you have to go by how many gallons are in the machines. They have instructions for laundry use. You'll want to use the amounts for disinfecting and things like that. There are some options now that I've heard that work in place of bleach that have come out on the market since then, so I'm going to take a look at those another day and see if there are options that we feel are a good idea for cloth. I don't think I have anything else sitting around in regards to laundry. If you're really struggling with stains, great thing to do is take those diapers out of the washing machine, put them on a clothesline, lay them out on your deck, put them out in a car window. The sun is amazing for breaking down stains. So don't stress stains with your cloth diapers, especially for a breastfed baby. They're just part of the game, so don't stress there. You could use different stain sprays, but really just don't sweat it. Unless you're trying to sell them, don't worry about the stains. Just wash them again. A little bit of biz in your pre-wash might help, but they're diapers, they get pooped in. That's kind of the thing to remember. They're diapers, they get pooped in. You need to wash them with as much detergent as it says for heavily soiled load. So depending on your load size, kind of adjust your detergent from there. If you have any questions on what type of detergent you think you should be using, your kid's having sensitivity to anything, drop a comment, send us a message through the Boot Baby page, and we will try to help you get a wash routine that works for you. I'm going to do a separate video later, or maybe another day, I haven't decided, depending on Yahoo's doing well on the different settings on your machine. I am I have my hands on top of an HE machine, so I can show you my different techniques for washing in a front loader. And I'm probably just rambling now, so thanks so much for tuning in and learning some tips for washing cloth diapers. I probably should have also mentioned, with washing cloth diapers, washing every 2 to 3 days will be your best bet for getting them clean, not having them stink too long in the pail. But you know, if your schedule doesn't allow it and you need to go longer between washes, go for it. You may have to add more detergent, you may have to have a longer wash cycle. We can talk about that in our machine video. So you guys are awesome, and I hope you have a great day.